I had tried for a really long time to start a band of some sort. For like 2 years. The name Hot Monarchy had been kicking around for a really long time, but I had nothing to really set it on that was going to be like my solo thing. But then my good buddy Abby here, and Brandon, who is not with us, he's not dead, he's working. They're both fantastic writers and singers, and I was going to make a solo album, and then I was like, hey, come in and sing on some of my songs, and then they came in, and then we started writing songs, and then it kind of snowballed.
We found a really good chemistry.
Yeah, found out that we were like siblings without the fighting. We started writing songs, and then we said, hey, what is this? Is this a band? And we were like, yeah, let's make it. And so
it was abrupt, but
it was abrupt. It just kind of happened.
For the best.
It sort of happened, and it worked because it's like a metaphor for how we do things, like everything just kind of happens naturally, and it feels right. This is right after, or sometime around the World Cup. Now, this is going to get really strange, but I think North Korea was in it, and they went against Portugal, and they lost 7-0 to 0. But I went on the North Korean news website, the official North Korean news website, and then they said that they had won 7-0, and that sounds weird, how I ended up getting a name from this, but I thought about how they kind of run it like a monarchy, with Kim Jong-il being like the king and stuff, and the hot came from the whole, this was a big deal about the nuclear warfare and stuff, that like they were testing nukes and stuff like that, and so I was thinking they're like a hot monarchy, and hot being, but the name just sounded cool, and so we just stuck with it, and they all liked it, and so we were like, it sounds nice, we'll keep it, so. I'll let you start out on this one.
Reverb. That's no. As far as influences go, we all draw from different pools, I suppose. We all have things in common as far as what we listen to goes. Lyrically, if you want to get into specifics, I think I draw a lot more from female artists, Fiona Apple, Regina Spektor, St. Vincent. I really could go on forever as far as specific influences go.
In mine, I don't choose who I want to sound like. It just kind of happens. I don't actively go out and say I want to sound like this, and usually the reason that when I approach it, I don't do that is because they add such an influence of their own, and that's how it ends up sounding the way it does, is because she has her just more flowing, jazzier side to it, and I don't know, everything just kind of becomes how it is.
Almost all of our songs involve all three of us
in
one way or another.
Most definitely. We have a few where some do more lyrics or do more songwriting, and another. Generally, the way it works is I compose most of the bass. The way we look at it is like I do the base of it. Is I make the blueprint, the framework, and then Abby has we'll say Brandon, he adds the stuff that fills it out and makes it more unique and gives it more personality.
He always adds like extra guitar parts and such.
He's so essential to the group, and I wish he was here, but he's so essential to the group because he adds the stuff that makes it unique and makes it more than just a song and stuff. And then Abby, I'd say, adds the ear catching, adds the beautiful top layer and that kind of thing, and the stuff that makes it catchy,
We have a best 2 out of 3 rule. Mm-hmm. So I suppose you could say majority rules. As far as like an actual like physical leader, I don't know, Neb.
I'm always like, hey, we don't have like a front man or anything like that. We don't have anybody that is the focus. It's all about, we're just like a collective, we're just like a band, and we don't want, because nobody plays any particular instrument. None of us generally, like, we all sing lead on songs about equally and that kind of thing, and we usually have like 3-part harmonies and stuff, so we don't have like anybody who does lead anything. So the 2 out of 3 rule when it comes to writing songs, if 2 of us like it and the other one is like, meh, then it's like, eh. I play guitar and bass, and I can play piano, and I program a lot of like the weird keyboard kind of things in the songs. Abby doesn't generally record any instruments. It's usually just me or Brandon. But she plays ukulele. We can all play ukulele, and our next thing is going to be heavily ukulele based. Not really. It'll have ukulele in a few of the songs, but everybody just kind of whatever feels right on the particular thing. She can also play bass. She doesn't generally record bass, but we can all kind of play the same instruments to different levels of success. So we just do whatever works in the context of the song, really. Well, we were going to play for some friends, but we didn't get to because we didn't have enough like practice time. But right now we're practicing. We're getting close to being able to play live. So that we'd hopefully within the next few months would be able to get some shows lined up.
Personally, I've never played live before, so that's going to be a whole entire new experience, and I think just the experience would be a success, or hopefully at least. It's difficult to say, seeing as we're so small, and Neb says we're in our toddler stage, but I think we're still in our infancy. Success, I guess, can be measured in a number of different ways. We're not looking to like make it big, I suppose you would say.
I'd like to,
well,
possibly if it happens. I'd be cool with that. If I were to make it simple, and I think it would be, in terms of live shows, to the point where it gets to, instead of us having to beg people for us to play at their venues, they're begging us to play there. That would be big. That would be great. That'd be an amazing feeling. So, and just kind of apply that to anything. Rather than asking people to buy our stuff, they're asking us where to get it. You know, that'd probably be a good thing. If we don't make it big, as they say, quote fingers, then that's fine because we're enjoying it, and as long as we're still enjoying it, then we're going to keep doing it.